Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, baby, representing Team Kings of Games. And I have a deck list for you guys. It's my dinosaur deck list, but I already recorded it. I'm just waiting to upload it. What I also did was I decided to just showcase my duels on Dueling Book instead of Edo Pro because I just find better players on Dueling Book, and with Edo Pro it's like very hit or miss. You can go to competitive on Edo Pro and you'll still run into people playing like really weird casual decks, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm trying to showcase you guys the power of my decks up against strong decks with a good pilot. So the first duel I'm going to be showcasing you guys, I'm going to do them all separate videos, so that gives me more uploads. That also helps me to just really, it just helps me to balance out the schedule and in general, and also for the sake of attention spans, I'll try not to in the future squeeze so much into one video. Instead, I can just spread them out into multiple videos, and that works out better for me. It's better for you guys because I don't think everybody's going to want to sit through a video that's super long, even if it has a bunch of good content in the middle of it. So what I have here is Dinosaurs versus Sky Strikers. This is one of my duels. I tested a lot with dinos and I got a lot of W's. It increased my rating really high on, compared to what I had on Dueling Book. But I don't really play on Dueling Book to begin with, so it was like this is my first time going on a DB grind. So what we have here is obviously Dino versus Strikers. I'm just gonna be pressing next play. I forgot who won the dice roll. I wasn't really paying too much attention, but I'm pretty sure that yeah, I made him go first. I think I won the dice roll and I made him go first and he passes. So as you guys can see, my hand is not that great. I do have Lost World plus Pink, which is a really good way to start my combo off. And then I have Ecclesia. So if I was up against combo, I don't know if this hand could be combo because I just drew a really weird hand. I played Dogmatika dinos. So I drew the one of Driver. Opening UCT is not bad, but drawing two Lost Worlds kind of sucks when you don't have any starters. Pink, Lost World, UCT, and Ecclesia are all good, but the Lost World and the Driver are not that good. So what I'm gonna do here, since he just passed, I just normal summon Ecclesia, activator effect. He's gonna Veiler, and then I just pass. He puts me under mine. He has double Mystic Mine. And then he's just going to draw, I think it's 2 Imperm. Yeah. So the next thing that I do, pause, is I just normal a baby. So funny enough, Lost World doesn't necessarily outmine, but it helps you to play around it better. Because the more dinos you summon, the more tokens the Mystic Mine player will get. Depending on their deck, they might be able to do something with those tokens. But if you're up against the actual Mystic Mine deck, I don't think they have anything to take care of the tokens. So it's really helpful. Because once you hit the second token and you have 3 monsters, as long as you have 2 level 4s, you can overlay them into a Tornado Dragon and then pop the mine because your opponent has 2 tokens, which is a really cool interaction that comes up with this deck. I think in this list, I was playing a third Doka over the Tornado Dragon, and I ended up changing to Tornado Dragon. So as you guys see, he went into a Sky Striker play. Yeah, it was Ray. Of course, he's gonna get multi-roll so he can get rid of his link to keep me under mine. So he's gonna play the slow game. I normaled the Misk and I went into Dweller just to keep less monsters. Truth be told, I think that if I didn't give him the token, he wouldn't be able to make this play, but because I'm trying to play him, I have to give him the token. And what he does is he just does a really smart play, and he goes for exactly game. He sees that I have 1,000, and as you guys see, every play he made here dismantled my board and used my Dweller against me. So he just waxed me game 1. I couldn't really do much there. For this one, it was really clutch. As you guys see, his opening hand's already pretty strong. He has There Can Be Only One, which is one of the best floodgates against dinos. I think There Can Be Only One and Lancia is not a floodgate, but it's a lingering effect. There Can Be Only One and Lancia really destroy this deck. That's why I like playing Dogmatika cards versus what other people play is pure Dino, like Sam's List, like Yassine and other people that are popular on YouTube that most people will tend to net deck. Their builds will lose to There Can Be Only One in Lancia if they don't hard draw an out. But instead of me side decking outs, I main deck outs. Nadir Servant, it plays around Lancia and it also can out There Can Be Only One. So Desires is gonna draw. It's gonna draw 2 because I don't have Ash, and then he's gonna hit a Judgment. So I'm just gonna keep clicking next play. It's gonna hit a Judgment and a Widow, which is insane. So now he has There Can Be Only One, Judgment, and Widow. And I think Area, it hits a Marae, which got even better. And as you guys can see, he sided Drolls against me. So he's just going to I think he's just gonna set 3 and pass. If I'm playing under there can be only one, I don't know. But yeah, he's gonna go into the shiz. So unfortunately, like by going into the shiz, not that it's a bad play at all, but I think if you're intending to use the there can be only one, you might want to hold off on the Ray. Because now, like, if I, like, for example, don't put up something that allows him to deal with his own shiz, since he doesn't have anything that can kill his shiz, and I personally, what if I don't crash into the shiz and he can't attack my monster, like just for whatever reason he can't crash it. Now his shiz is stuck until like he links. Let me see if he plays like a link to. Oh, it won't show me until like he normal Sky Striker Ace and goes into like a Phoenix or finds a way to get access to multi-roll or afterburners his own link. So I don't know how I feel about putting up a shiz if I already know I'm gonna more than likely use there can be only one. But at the same time, it's on him. So next play, he's gonna search another widow. If I was him, truth be told, I know he's good because I've seen what he did to me game one. Everything he did was smart, so I know he's a good player. Unless he banished. Is it gonna show me his banish? Where's the multi-roll? Okay, he banished it. Never mind. I was gonna say unless he banished multi-roll, I would 100% search multi-roll off shit so that way I could use it to play under there can be only one better for myself. So next play. So I drew. So my hand that I drew is actually really strong. I drew double Misk and Lost World, and I drew Nadir Servant. So like just having Misk already helps me to play around Widows and Imperms and stuff, and using the OV Chainlink 1 Chainlink 2 Lost World interaction forces out Imperm and Widow, and you can chain Misk. If he has a second Widow or Imperm, you could chain Misk again. So that deals with that. But unfortunately, I don't know he has Judgment, Widow, and there can be only one. Truth be told, holding the Judgment I think was kind of smart. I mean, yeah, he could Judgment the summon of Oviraptor, but you have to really think, what does Oviraptor do if I'm gonna be under there can be only one? It doesn't really do that much. So he was pretty smart for holding the Judgment. Like that, you hold the Judgment in case your opponent has the Cosmic Cyclone to deal with the there can be only one. So he was smart. That was the correct play to not Judgment the Oviraptor, because he would have got punished really hard for it. So I'm gonna use OV Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. He doesn't even negate it. So he's just going to let it go through. I'm going to get my baby to hand. And then what I'm going to do is declare OV's effect to pop the token and summon the Misk because I activated Misk. He's going to chain there can be only one. Then I just destroyed the Giant Rex from my deck instead. I think that I had Overtext Quadalus. I should have just destroyed Overtext Quadalus right then and there, truth be told, because I did side it. I side deck the one of Quadalus. I think that card's really strong. People are really underestimating Quadalus. But right here in this interaction, I should have just destroyed the Quadalus. Even though I didn't know that he had the Judgment, the fact is, use OV, destroy Quadalus from deck, and then search Pill, then activate Nadir, bait the Judgment anyways, and now all I have to do is find a way to get rid of my Oviraptor, and then I can just activate Pill and summon Pankratops. So like that's one way that I could do it. But anyways, I did what I did, and I can't like change it now. In the future, though, I would do that. When I activate Nadir, he's gonna Judgment that. He doesn't have a choice because I can send Elder and kill his there can be only one, so he had to Judgment that. Then he's gonna crash his shiz into my OV, so that way he can get his Ray back online and tag into the link that he wants. And he's gonna use Ray's effect because he has to do it in battle phase. He's gonna attack directly for 1k because Lost World reduces the attack of Hayate by 5. He's gonna send Shark Cannon. Shark Cannon's really good against dinos because like you can use Misk effect to protect, but then on resolution they can activate Shark Cannon to banish the Misk, or they can chain it, either or. And then starting my turn up, I'm gonna use OV again, destroy the token, and what I'm gonna do is obviously Lost World protect, and then destroy the Quadalus this time. And you can do that under there can be only one. Like the thing is, because there's a chance that it wouldn't summon. Like that's why he didn't even say anything. He didn't say, "Oh, you can't make that play," because the monster is not even technically gonna be summoned due to Lost World. And there can be only one doesn't mean like if you normal summon Ecclesia and then reveal Ecclesia, it doesn't mean there can be only one like stops you, because there's still a chance that your opponent can like negate the Ecclesia. You could still reveal her effective special. She just probably wouldn't hit the field at all. But anyways, I destroy the Quadalus. And then I'm going to search for Pill, and then I just switch OV to defense and pass. He's going to use his area on my token, and this time he hits a, what was it, Afterburner or Widow? He hit another striker card. I respect playing multiple Afterburner. I think that card's really strong. It forces out Savage and Arclight. like arc. If you have Afterburner plus Widow Anchor and a way to access Ray, I feel like you can dismantle the whole Dragon Link board. Because you could just activate Afterburner targeting the Heretic Sphere. Matter of fact, yeah, I think you would target actually. You'd probably need like yeah, I think you would need like not a way to access Ray, but probably like a second one. But I think that you can like really dismantle some really powerful boards if you have Afterburner plus Widow and a way to access Ray. So he's gonna dump Rose. Actually, really good hindsight play there. And then he's just gonna set Shark Cannon. He's not setting another Widow, is he? Is he? Let me see. Okay, he's not. I top deck Extract, so I'm gonna activate Extract. He doesn't have a response there. I'm gonna draw 2. I drew Ecclesia. So now I'm going to reveal her to special summon her and not activate her effect so I don't get locked out of the extra deck. Then I'm going to overlay into Dweller and I'm going to activate, oh yeah, he's going to Shark Cannon my miss. Then I'm going to activate Dweller, I'm going to detach Ecclesia. He's going to not Shark Cannon, but Widow Anchor my Dweller and take it from me. And now I'm just going to activate Pill. And I'm going to summon Pink. And this is going to be game. I'm going to use Pink to, well, obviously Lost World to summon a token. I'm going to use Pink to out his There Can Be Only One. I was under it for long enough. And then I'm just going to use Mist for 1. Summon Arc, pop my baby. And then I'm just going to go off. So this is like the full combo, with a full 2-card combo, except the difference is having Lost World gives you an extra extender. Because like Ovi's effect is really strong in Lost World. So I'm going to bring back my Pink. Summon out a Mist. And as you guys can see, so what I did here, I used Oviraptor, as you guys see, target baby. I didn't actually target the token and use like Lost World to save, as you guys can see. So next play, I targeted baby, brought the baby. I targeted baby and brought my Pankratots back from grave, destroyed the baby, summoned from deck, just in case anybody's wondering. And then I went into Dolka so that I can like stop Ray since he used Widow. Because like truth be told, I was actually trying to use the Abyss Dweller's effect. Like, even if he had Widow, Widow doesn't stop Pankratops, so the pill was going to resolve regardless. I was just trying to put him under Dweller to stop Ray's effect, because I was going to go off regardless this turn. And this is the time when I wasn't playing Tornado. Unless I was and I banished it. Let me see. Because at first I wasn't playing Tornado, then I was. Yeah, so I wasn't playing Tornado. I changed my extra deck a few times. I'm thinking about playing Union Carrier. So like I needed the Dweller for sure to stop Ray, so that was going to be Widow regardless. And the Pill was going to resolve because he didn't have Ash. Because like I don't have a Dino now, so I can resolve Pill. Summon Pink. He can't Widow the Pink because he could distribute himself for cost. So There Can Be Only One was going to get outed no matter what. If he held his Widow, that's fine. I don't think that Widow would have done enough for him. Because if he uses Widow, I think he would have to... Like, if he didn't use Widow, I would have had no choice but to summon Logia. And as you guys can see, I should still have a Logia left. Why isn't it, like, showing me my extra deck? Because, yeah, I banished, like, if you guys check in the banish zone, I didn't banish my Logias here. So I had Logia. So if I didn't force out the Widow, I would have had no choice but to summon Logia here for his back row in case he tries to Widow in battle phase. So that way, if he didn't Widow Dweller, I would have summoned the card that negates Widow. So no matter what, it's game. That's the whole point of it. But I did bring back the Pank just to be, you know, you can never be too safe, honestly. Especially like when you play against somebody who's a defeat. So he's going to mid-defeat there because that's game. I'm going to fast forward a bit. Our opening hands are both really nice. He has Ash, Afterburner, Cosmic. Interesting that he kept in Cosmic. Maybe he just was really scared of Lost World, because Lost World does do a lot against strikers when you're going second. It turns off their Imperms, their Veilers, and also their Widow Anchors. And respectively, if they don't have a way to access Ray, it turns off the striker cards in their hand. Like for example, if I'm going first and they have and I give them the token and they draw just Sky Striker cards but no way to access Ray, their Widows, Afterburners, and Jamming Waves don't work. As a matter of fact, unless they play Link Revo, they can't activate any Striker cards outside of Area Zero and Multi-Roll. So I believe I'm going first. I'm just going to pass because I drew Lightning Storm, so I decided to be patient. I'm like, I'm not going to combo off here. What I want to do is use my Lightning Storm to pave the way for my OTK because I already have OTK in hand. Like I have Lost World, Mist, Pet, Rex. a second miss. I know I have game in my hand, so I just decided to be patient. I didn't commit any cards so I can use my Lightning Storm to go for game, because it's really hard. One thing I know is it's really hard for Sky Strikers to OTK you without you having cards in your field and cards in your grave. If you have no monsters in your grave and no monsters in your field, it's really hard for Sky Strikers to OTK you because they normally use your cards to go for game. Even if they have like a way to special ray and like normal tuner to go into access code, they still like it's really hard because they're only gonna do like 53 plus maybe 15. So next play. So he's just gonna go Kagari for multi-roll because he got it off of Hayate, and then he's just gonna go in-phase shiz. So I determined now that my opponent was not dumb, that he knew what I was trying to do here. He knew I was waiting for a chance to Lightning Storm or maybe evenly him, so he decided to not commit anything. So again, I tip my hat off to him because he wasn't dumb. Like, he knew what he was doing. He was a good player. If he would have committed all his back rolls, Lightning Storm would have like it would have been more devastating. But I decided here and now that this was the time to go for game. So what I did was I Lightning Stormed his only back row, just at the offset chance that it could be Shark Cannon, because Shark Cannon would just absolutely slow me down. Or if it was like a Solemn Judgment, you never know. So I just wanted to Lightning Storm because I knew for sure. I'm thinking like, okay, what hand traps does he have? What hand traps is really going to matter? I have Lost World. Lost World plays around Ash Blossom on Miscellaneous Source, as you guys are going to see. And he can't Nibiru me because I have Misk, and Ghost Ogre's not really going to do that much. So I'm like, okay, I have game, so I'm just going to go for it. Because there's like no hand trap that I can think of that was going to stop me. And as you guys can see, I didn't use Misk's Graveyard Effect to banish and special. What I did instead, I was playing around Ash Blossom here, which is really smart. So I used Ovi to target token, protect, destroy baby. He's holding Ash for Misk because he doesn't want me to do my combo and search pill. So what I did was I just used Ovi. That's what I meant by Lost World plays around Ash. I just used Ovi on token, saved it, pop baby, summon another Misk, and then I'm going to overlay into Doka, and then I'm going to activate the Miscellaneous Source effect. So press and play. So what I did was really smart that I played around his Ash. I didn't know he had it, but I play around cards even if my opponent doesn't have it. So then I'm going to go Arch of Fetch. He's going to Ash, and I reminded him that he's under Misk. Even though I had Doka, I'm not going to waste a Doka negate on something that doesn't work. He should have saved the Ash for baby, but truth be told, it wasn't going to stop me no matter what. Ash was his only hand trap. The rest of his hand was not going to be used on my turn. So next play. So I think he was hoping that Raid was just going to be enough to survive. I think he was probably assuming that I was going to keep playing my strategy of waiting to punish him with Lightning Storm or evenly. So he decided to commit and decided that I probably wouldn't go for game. But I just felt confident with my hand. I just went for it. So as you guys see, I'm just going to full combo him. I'm going to use Pill, Banish Rex, summon Conductor, and then I'm going to bust out Giant Rex. I could overlay into another Doko or Lagia or Dweller here, but I was just like, forget it. I'm going to use the Giant Rex to go for damage so I can use Conductor to attack directly. So Giant Rex is at 22 right now, and then the Shiz is actually at 1,000. He lost 600 life points, but I had to remind him he's actually losing 1,200 because of Lost World. So, I didn't remind him right then and there, though. I think I had to remind myself about Lost World. He's going to use Ray. I'm going to Doka him. And then I'm going to use Secure Gardener to attack the token. Then I'm going to attack for 35. I attack for 18. And then Doka's at 15. So this should be 1,500 damage, which would technically leave him at 600 life points. But then, I also, remembered about Lost World. And then he remembered as well. So he deducted the last 600. Because the Shiz was supposed to have 1,000, which meant he was supposed to take 1,200. So this was exactly lethal. I did lose game 1, but I ended up getting game 2 and 3. Respect to the Sky Striker player. Not only did he stop me game 1 and he really did wax me, and I just he absolutely played like his cards perfectly. But then in game 3, he knew what I was trying to do. So this wasn't like your average Sky Striker player. And I like that he didn't just try to deck me out with Mystic Mine. He went for game when he had the chance. So that's also respectable too. Good game to him. I hope I said GG. Aw, dang. I think, yeah, we didn't even say GG to each other. That kind of sucks. Dang. But yeah, you guys, this is Dinos versus Sky Strikers. I have Dinos versus Dragon Link and versus like Guru. I'm gonna look through my replays and find meta because I ran into weird decks like Wind Ups, and I played against like some other really strange decks. I do have some Dogmatica Invoke duels, but then there's some against heroes. I don't know if you guys want to see heroes, but I'm gonna try to do meta for these replays just to show you guys Dinos versus meta. If you guys want to see the weirder duels, I'll showcase those too. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna be signing off for this one. I'm gonna get some more for you guys. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Lord Jesus Christ. Thy kingdom come, and thy will be done on earth just as it is in heaven. Please give us this day our daily bread, Lord, and please forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, Father, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the glory, and the power, forever. In the mighty name of Jesus I pray. Thank you, Father. Amen. All right. Peace out, you guys.